I'm back. After the McGregor card, I was depressed. It was horrible. One of the worst things that maybe ever happened in my entire life. I had to take a week off and go watch DDP beat Usman's butt and just chill. And now we're going to be moving on to the UFC Fight Night. Guskov versus aknalev, some of the worst matchmaking I've ever seen. I was just looking at the fights, seeing who I was going to pick, and I'm just enraged and angry with some of these fights that they gave Abu Dhabi. They want their guys to win so bad, and they don't want the boys to win. So we're going to start with the first fight of the night, Cody Gibson versus Abdul Hassan. Abdul Hassan has a 90-something finish rate, and they gave him Cody Gibson, who's an absolute can, and I hate to say it. Cody he's a win-loss fighter. He has a terrible record, and he hasn't won any fights recently. Abdul Hassan is debuting. He's going to get absolutely smoked. I mean, Cody Gibson's going to get smoked, and it's going to be within a round. It's going to be a KO, and it's just an unfair fight. This is like Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb, and that's how a lot of the fights are going on this card, like this one over here, Magomed Tachalov versus Renson Barrero. We'll see that one later. But the next one is Nurul Aliyev versus Mike Davis. And I think these odds are fucked completely. I think if you're looking at this fight, Nurul Aliyev's greatest win so far in the UFC has been Shamrock. And Mike Davis has done... Oh my god, my hair's in my fucking face. This is terrible. Mike Davis has done it all. He has fought the people that are really good, and he's survived. His latest loss was Frez Ziem, who's a top 15 fighter. Nurul Aliyev, in my opinion, is not that level just yet. He's slick striking. He's slick grappling. But Mike Davis is like a lightweight Aljo. He can hold people down. He can get the back. He's got goofy striking. And you'll watch him in this fight, and you'll look like he's about to get knocked out, and he looks like he's gassed out in the second round. And then he'll come out and win. It's absolutely insane the way this guy looks when he fights. He looks like he's about to get slept, and he just absolutely looks amazing. So I'm going to go with Mike Davis by probably round 3 submission. I don't know why it's so early on the card. It's a really, really good fight. On to another one. Magomed Tachalov. I'm going to say every name wrong on this card. Versus Renson Barrero. Oh my god. Fake fan. Another one is a massive favorite. Magomed has a 100% finish rate. He's killing all these guys in the first round. And this guy's out. It's another one that's heading out. He's not winning fights. I think he's lost his past 3 fights. And the last one was against Yakiev, who's a similar guy to this guy. He's going to go out there and just get finished. He is a plus 525 favorite. It is brutal. These guys are going to get destroyed. Especially some on the other card. And, but yeah, he's going to get destroyed. So will Cody Gibson. Those are going to be the first 3 fights. Start off the card. They give Abu Dhabi whatever they want. Hey, Abu Dhabi, you want whatever you want. They're literally... Truth. Next fight, Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Sam Patterson. This fight's on short notice for both of them. It's another huge favorite fight. There's no close fights. Sam Patterson's absolutely going to destroy Santiago Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio used to be good. What, did he beat Strickland? I mean, that is really good. He used to be amazing. Not amazing, but like he used to be decent. Sam Patterson is going to come out there and whoop his butt. Sam Patterson has slick striking with people that want to fight him. MVP. People that don't want to fight him, he really doesn't know what to do. Get that stuff off. But he is got a slick striker, and I really do like him. He's very entertaining. And Ponzinibbio wants to be knocked out. He wants to get their paycheck. Easiest way out for Ponzinibbio is to be knocked out. He loves it. He loves it so much. So I think Sam Patterson's going to KO him pretty quick. Second round KO with Sam Patterson. Because this guy just sucks. And his striking defense is not good. I think, yeah, he got KO'd by Daniel Rodriguez, who is just absolutely terrible. Oh, that's so bad. That's bad. I didn't even look at that. And he just gets KO'd over and over again. He loves it. He's in love with the KO, but not for the other person, just for himself. Next fight, Dustin Jacoby versus Mohamed Saeed. Mohamed Saeed, I looked at this guy. Not bad at all. He's got almost a 90% finish rate. And Abu Dhabi, but Dustin Jacoby is so underrated. He is one of the best fighters in light heavyweight, period. He is top 10 in my opinion. He's insane. He's a little bit older, but he is so good. And his pressure and he uses his weight super well to just absolutely lay on these guys. And this guy's his UFC debut in front of his own people. He's going to feel these UFC jitters that he has not felt before. And I think Dustin Jacoby is going to come in there and whoop his butt. over 3 rounds and going to get a knockout in a third. But Justin Jacoby is super good at laying on that striking and getting those KOs because he just loves it and he wants the KO. Muhammad Saeed is going to have those jitters, and I think Justin Jacoby knows he can get it within that time. So that's going to be that fight. Justin Jacoby by round 2 KO. I think there's going to be a lot of finishes on this card or a lot of boring, sensual fights that I'm not into. But next fight, Walter Walker versus Thomas Peterson. Thomas Peterson's fat. That's the first thing we got to talk about. Thomas Peterson is fat, and Walter Walker is kind of athletic. He's kind of athletic. They're both really big boys. You know, you have to say Walter Walker by heel hook. That's what's going to happen in this fight. Thomas Peterson's a fat dude, and if Walter Walker can't get the heel hook in the first round, he'll definitely get it in the second by gassing out Thomas Peterson. There is an elephant in the room that isn't Thomas Peterson either. Walter Walker has horrible striking. It's bad. It's really, really bad. So I don't know really much about Thomas Peterson's grappling defense. I think it's all right. He's only been KO'd. I don't think he really gets subbed. And if he hasn't been drilling leg lock defense, he's an absolute fool. He's a fool. I think Walter Walker will leg lock him, though. He's really good at him. But if not, if he can't get that takedown, dude, it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad for Walter Walker. If he loses against a fat like Thomas Peterson, he'll probably get the heel hook. But if he doesn't, he's going to get KO'd. It's kind of like the Chase Hooper thing. If he can get the takedown, he'll be fine. If he can't get the takedown, he's going to get knocked out by a fat. And it's really going to be disappointing. But Walter Walker by heel hook and goofy-ass celebration. On to the next one. I really like this fight. I really like it. Oh my god, I can't even click the open thing. Ishmael Bonfim versus Axel Sola. I'm not touching the mouse, by the way. I want that to be known. This is a crazy website. Ishmael Bonfim has made a career for himself. He's done it all in the UFC. Obviously, his brother's way better than him, and he looks like an absolute nerd. Axel Sola has had his fight in the UFC against Mason Jones, and he did amazing. Mike Davis has a sub over Mason Jones, by the way. Let's put that in perspective. And this guy's fighting a better guy. He's better. Mike Davis has a sub over him. Mike Davis is going to win that fight. Please, Mike Davis. Okay, going back. Axel Sola is going to win this by knockout. Ishmael Bonfim doesn't have enough left in him, I don't believe, to want to be champion. He's lost to... Oh, there we go. He lost to Chris Padilla in his last fight by KO. He's lost his other fight by KO. I think Axel Sola is too dangerous. There's those fighters that refuse to be knocked out. They refuse to lose like that. That's how Axel Sola is. So if this gets into a firefight, I burped, Axel Sola is not willing to be knocked out. Even though he's French and they are weak, he's not willing to get knocked out. And he will come up and beat up Ishmael Bonfim over 3 rounds, maybe a 3rd round knockout again. But he's a dog, and I like him a lot. He's a very entertaining fighter. And he's going to go out there to be a dog. On the next fight. I can't even say these names. Segid Igaz. Oh my god, this website's amazing. I love it. Igasmahiev versus Abubakar Vagiev. I'm just going to go with the favorite. I don't even know anything about this fight. This is a crazy matchmaking. Can't even say their names. I don't even know anything about them. I know it's terrible for me to say. I'm supposed to know everything and predict it well. But I'm going to go with Abubakar Vagiev. He looks pretty good. 24-4, debuting in the UFC. That's pretty impressive, honestly. This guy's 22-3. Oh! He lost to Nicholas Dalby. I remember this fight! Never mind! He's terrible. How do you lose to Dalby? You're losing by submission. Oh my god, you lost to Dalby. And you're part of Islam's gym. Look at your nipples. That right there is fucking steroids. You know what? Elephant in the room. Next 2 fights. That's how it's going to go. Rizvan Kuniev, Razimab Timarov, both fighting on the main card, pop for steroids. Weird. Their guys are popping for steroids and they can still fight in the UFC? Weird! But yeah, steroids. You know what? Probably steroids. And I'm not going to name names. I am. Bang. Steroids. Their gym loves steroids. It's crazy. Rizvan Kuniev versus Tyrell Fortune. Two big fats fighting each other. It's insane. It's absolutely insane that this is on the main card. Rizvan Kuniev's going to win. He's actually not that bad for a fat. He beat Jelton Almeida and got him cut. I forgive you for taking steroids. I forgive you. You got Jelton Almeida cut. I forgive you. I totally forgot about that. And he's going to beat Tyrell Fortune. Because Tyrell Fortune got ranked off of... Oh my God. I can't remember his name. No, Marcin Tybura. He got ranked off of Marcin Tybura. And he is getting a higher fight. Dude, he's going to get cooked. He's going to get cooked by a boring decision because Rizvan Kuniev has no knockout power. On to the next fight. Chanko versus Damian Respecki. These odds are skewed, man. This is a prospect fight right here. This is a very good fight. And I think it's going to go... It's got to go in the way of Muhammad Zainakov because he's a star. And if they're going to give him a decision in Abu Dhabi, it's 100% going to go towards him. I don't know much about Damian Respecki, but he does look like a promising prospect. He's 10-0. It's his debut. He's from Poland. They have crazy power. Polish power. We know this. And I think it's going to be a good fight. And he has 9 finishes out of 10 fights. That's pretty impressive again. We saw Muhammad on the Contender Series. We saw that. And he looked really impressive. But I did notice issues with his striking defense. I know he's a Muay Thai champion, but he was getting caught by this absolute bum. And he wasn't doing that. You know, you think about the fight, and he wasn't doing as amazing as we thought he was. And I really think the odds could be more closer to a pick'em. Because Damian, if he has that Polish power, he could just sleep Muhammad Zainakov and ruin the hype train. This is his debut, by the way. And he's got a crazy hype train. So we really got to see, keep an eye on his striking defense, and hopefully his chin can hold up. Back to the Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. I'm trying to wrap up this video. Islam Dalutov, the model from Germany, versus this absolute bum, a white Brazilian boy. Dude, it's over. Islam Dalutov has crazy power. He's incredibly athletic, and he's a model. Oh, that's insane. And they gave him a bum. It's not even fun to pick these fights. It's not even interesting to pick these fights because we know Islam Dalutov is just going to go out there and knock him out. This is why this card sucks. People have been complaining about this card the entire week. This card's ass, blah, 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 it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. These fights aren't, like, interesting. Like other fights that we had, like Alberto Montes versus Tommy McMillan. People were picking either side. Those are fun fights. These aren't fun. It's just, you can email me. But you know what is a fun fight? Steve Erceg versus Ramazan Timarov. If Ramazan Timarov did not pop for roids, get kicked out of the UFC, and now he's coming back to fight in the rankings against Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg's back. We got to realize that. Steve Erceg is back, and he's good. His grappling defense, that's what we're going to focus on. He almost went to a split with Pantoja. That's incredible grappling defense. Ramazan Timarov is a heavy grappler. That's what he does. Steve Erceg is going to defend it. And you know, when you take steroids, your body, and you get off steroids, your body degrades so much. And I think the striking, the long striking, the striking and the grappling is going to be defended perfectly because Steve Erceg is such a long flyweight. And I think Ramazan Timarov's body is going to be absolutely degraded. And Steve Erceg doesn't have knockout power. He really could get knocked out. We looked at that guy, 10 knockouts. Steve Erceg has no chin, which is rough. You know, that's not what we want in a fighter. But I think he can pick him apart like he did to other fighters for the entire fight. He can stay on the outside, not get a knockout win, but he can definitely 100% pick him apart and get a decision win. It's a pick 'em, and I think that's what's going to happen. Now we're going to the main event. Big Ankh versus Bogdan Guskov. Short notice for Bogdan Guskov. He was going to fight Jan Blachowicz, but then he took this one on short notice to fight Magomed Ankalaev. Bogdan Guskov is on a big he's on a surgence right now. Let's look at him right here real quick. He's surging. It's not bad. He's winning these fights. He won it. Oh, the Elikana fight is, but he has not lost until his first fight against Ozdemir, who now we know is a roid cheat. Maybe on purpose, maybe not. We discount that. He's not lost. He's winning these fights. But could he win this? He's a huge underdog. But now we know Magomed Ankalaev is just a bitch. He just curls up the ball and goes, I don't want it. He doesn't want to be hit. And Bogdan Guskov has crazy power. I don't think Bogdan's going to win. I don't think he's going to win. I think Ankalaev is going to win. But I need you to put it in perspective. Ankalaev does not like to be hit. So if it goes the other way, no one should be shocked. Because Anthony Smith, John Pork, Bogdan, whatever his name is crazy power. And Ankalaev is a bitch and a pussy. And he does not like to be hit at all. And that's not who he was fighting before. Khalil Rountree doesn't hit very hard. That's a good fight for Ankalaev. A good resurgence fight. I do think Ankalaev is going to win by knockout because Bogdan doesn't have that 5-round experience. I think Ankalaev will win by a round 4 knockout just by pressure and consistency. Because if Jan can win rounds on you at his old, decrepit age, it's going to stack up. And it will keep stacking up. You're not going to get from a Jan to an Ankalaev in one fight. This is a huge jump. And if he wins, he'd get a title shot and it would save life heavyweight if Bogdan won. But Ankalaev doesn't like to get hit. And if his bird beak gets broken, it would be crazy. And I'd be so happy. But I do think Ankalaev is going to have those rangy strikes, clinch Bogdan Guskov, because he's boring, obviously, against the cage for 3 rounds, tire him out, and get the TKO in round 4. But that's my predictions for this shit card. It looks really good from an outside perspective, but you break down the fights and fucking it's terrible and I hate it. And I have to wait up. I'm waking up at 8 a.m. for it. But enjoy the card. Have a wonderful day.